Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to our Week 3 recaps for the Pokemon Void Draft League Upside Down Division. I was sick recording Week 2, feeling a bit better now. My nose is still stuffy, so it might not sound the greatest, but hopefully it does. I don't know. We do have some changes in Phoenix's team. First changes of the season, very exciting. They picked up Glastrier and Kilowattra, and then put Terra on Absol. I believe that was it. I'll put the trade on screen, but other than that, I don't believe anything else has changed. This is the board for week 4, so I'll make sure that's updated as well. Yeah, let's get into. Actually, no, before we begin, just quick recap. The 3 awards I do are Pokemon of the Week, Pokemon that was like MVP overall, went hard carried, the battle, maybe got a lot of kills. I don't know. It could be anything. Heat of the week, really fun set that did put in good work. And then match of the week, a set that a game with two really good players that was extremely entertaining to watch. So first, let's go into our standings. First, we still have me at the top after very strong week 1 and 2. We had a lot closer of a week 3 matchup, so I'm only at 3 and plus 12. Still a really big number, especially compared to our second team, Snack Machine, who I still haven't updated the doc for. I really gotta do that. They are 3 and plus 5. Brad is 2 and 1 plus 6, so we now only have 2 undefeated teams instead of 3 because I fought King Koopa, who is also an undefeated team, and beat them 1-0, and so now they're at 2 and 1 plus 5. Eris is at 2 and 1 plus 4. Guardian Gallad. Abyssal Guardian. I don't know where Guardian at. That's a guy in a different server. So smart. Abyssal Guardian 2 and 1 plus 2. B Dog at 1 and 2 0. Felix at 1 and 2 minus 2. Drew, who still doesn't give me a team name, at 1 and 2 minus 3. Voidmore at 1 and 2 or minus 3, yeah. Shinobu Kocho, no team name, at 0 and 3 minus 13, and Death by Dunsparce at 0 and 3 minus 13. So we definitely got to see these. Hopefully, these bottom two coaches do catch up. Really big differential, especially between ninth and tied for ninth and tied for 11th. So do hope these guys catch up. Everyone else is basically about the same. Like I know we have someone at like ninth, and then first is a pretty big gap, but it's a 1 win difference, honestly. So it's a 1 win, 1 loss thing. You flip that to a win, and they're probably like up here somewhere with the rest of the coaches. So nothing to be doubting still. Still hope we see some great matches. So let's get into our MVP race. I will be going over top 5 for this week, who are my Lapras, who's at 8 and 1 in 2 games. Very impressive in my opinion. Then we have King Koopa's Hitmonlee at 7 and 1 in 3 games. Eris is Galarian Articuno at 7 and 2 in 3 games. Still hanging in the top 5 from week 1. Very strong. B Dog's Victory Bell at 6 and 1 in 2 games. And then Brad's Entei at 6 and 1 in 3 games. So very strong for still very strong top 5. I want to say the only 2 Terra captains up there are my Lapras, and B Dog's Victory Bell. So everyone else is really regular Pokemon, which is pretty cool. Galarian Articuno and Entei, 2 legendaries. Very strong Pokemon, obviously. Entei showing why he is a max point one, as you can see. 19 points, and on the draft board, 19 points, which is our top tier. You can only have one of those on a team, so Entei showing why he should be that slot instead of any other 19 pointer, because our next 19 pointer is Abyssal's Haxorus in 10th, so still in the top 10, which is very impressive. But it's only at, not even only, it's at 5 and 1, so it's really just 1 kill behind. Oh, yeah, 1 kill, and technically, I guess maybe one game, but I guess you want lower games, higher kills to show. You get it. Yeah, so really 1 kill behind. Ente, pop off. I want to say something, I kind of forgot what I was gonna say. Kind of surprised to see a non-Terra Hitmonlee up here. I'm be honest. Like I think Koopa has been doing really well with Hitmonlee because I expected this thing to come to like 2 games at most, and they've already brought it to all 3 of their games. So I'm excited to see how it continues to perform. And with that out of the way, let's get into our Pokemon of the week. Um, for our Pokemon of the week, we have Felix's Diancie. You probably saw it jump pretty high on like kill leaderboard, and this is why it had a crazy game. So let's watch fast speed, music off, Skarmory into a Toad Scroll lead, get up our rocks on a Hisui and Sliggoo switch in. We tear a dragon, so getting the stab. Draco Meteor does 20%, which is not bad. And we read and ice. Oh, not read. I guess it is super effective. We go for Ice Beam into Toad Scroll switch in, does about half. We Rapid Spin rocks, Seismic Toss, we go into Vaporeon, eat it, and now Chimecho is basically stopping Vaporeon from healing. But we still got the heal off on our Toadscool, so that's pretty good. Toadscool is heal blocked, but we get Chimecho put to sleep, which is not the worst thing. We show Glastrier or Nasty Plot, which means his actually meant to pause there, which means his actually Hisuian Zoroark. Obviously, because this is a Hisuian Zoroark, we are immune to Body Press, which means we basically got a free Nasty Plot, and now we get a free hit. We get Whirlwinded out, which we live thanks to Sturdy and get Whirlwinded out. Very good. Very, very, very good counter to this mod. Or answer to that mod. Probably could have just gone for another Roost there, honestly. I guess he don't want to get burned to keep Sturdy, but that's all I can think of. We go for the Ice Beam. Ah, that's really sad. I think we went for Ice Beam expecting this to be Hisui and Zoroark, but this time it's actually Glastrier, and so Glastrier just gets Fire Off and Insane Close Combat, OHKOing the Blissey. Full 100% just gone. So we get a Hisui type version. Eruption is okay damage. As we go into Hitmon top, which the Draco Meteor is 50%. And you have a triple axle into the Vaporeon, which does not do a lot of damage. Close combat to do right about half. Right about over half. Alluring Voice takes it down pretty low. We go into Noivern, which is kind of risky considering it could have been Alluring Voice. But we do just flip turn out. And we go into Diancie. U-turn on a rock polisher. This show is kind of a setup Diancie for sure. We just Diamond Storm it twice, which makes sense. We get defense buffs. We show Bullet Punch. I almost forgot the name of that move and I was staring right at it. Genius here. We show Bullet Punch, but then we show the weakness policy. Whoa. That was weird, I'm sorry. I was actually kind of surprised myself, I can't lie. Did not expect a weakness policy Diancie into this matchup, I'll be honest. I guess it does look pretty good. But now we basically just lose to it, yeah? We Diamond Storm that. Oh, you trick. Oh yeah, it's Scarf Trick. That's really cool. And we basically just lose to it, which that's kind of surprising. We were slower. We're still slower at +2 speed. It's really sad. But we recovered all of our HP back. Wow. I think Diancie has like 50 HP, so that kind of makes sense. But that's so surprising. We just flamethrower. It doesn't do anything. Yeah. Very, very strong game. That allowed us to get a 6-0 after two losses in a row. Always good to get the differential up. So, Dunsparce is unfortunately sitting at 0 and 3, but still recoverable. Our next game is for Pokemon of the week, or no, Heat of the week is Drew versus this is Brad. I'm gonna look at this from Brad's perspective because I want to highlight this really cool Adino set. I did watch this game live, so I actually did. So I'm like, whoa, that's really cool. Fast speed, sound off, overquill, sand slash, mostly stealth rock sand slash. Yep, get a toxic into it. Talonflame, probably defog Talonflame. Yep, it is. Do go for Volt Switch. We do go for Volt Switch, almost taking it out. That is surprising. We go to this. Oh, we read Sacred Fire. We do not get a burn. Terrifier, Earthquake does less than half even after a burn chip or toxic chip. Get a free thing, get a free defog, and we just rapid spin. We just take out the Talonflame, which means no more defog. The Stormy could have rapid spin, but that's really it. We show Rock Polish, so this is a double setup Rhydon. We do big damage with a Scald. We just Scald again, and the Rhydon's gone. Drew has been. This Rhydon hasn't done anything last week either. It had the same set, and actually maybe it didn't Terra. I think it was Terra Grass last week. So, or Terra. It was Terra Water. It was Terra Water last week because I was thumbnail. I remember that, and it still lost that week too. So that's kind of unfortunate that we didn't get to pop up this week either. We protect into a Steminax so rocks don't go up, and then you just go into Magneton on the probably Scarf. Even though rocks go up, that's fine with us. Overcool's taking a lot from that Flash Cannon now. We can gong shot it, but we're still resisting, so we take not a lot of damage. Poison doesn't matter, and we just go down to a crit Terra Blast, Terra Ground. Making the read. We protect. We show Night Slash, and since we are probably Choice Scarfed, we basically get a free switch into our Edge. We Sacred Fire again, this time getting the burn, but we show we're not Scarfed. And we also probably don't have priority, which is kind of unfortunate. Stomping Tatum does big damage. And we just Psychic. We show we are Life Orbed. Very interesting. And then we show Knock Off, taking out Starmie. Then we show Cuss Step. This is what I want to highlight that set. I think Cuss Step healing was just so cool. Like, usually you see healing wish on ones like Aloe, which don't really like have Cuss Step or anything like that. So seeing something like as cheap as Audino, something as value that gives as much value as Audino is gave in this matchup, even if it's not a lot, it's just that niche amount, this perfect amount, which allows for the Red Ranger to come back perfectly healthy and basically just take the game from here. We almost killed it, but not quite. We get the burn anyway. Even not burned, it wasn't doing anything. And then we don't show E speed or anything like that. We just click Sacred Fire again. Yeah. Very, very well played game to Brad. I think that custom up tech and the crazy Entei gaming as well as Magneton gaming. Magneton's put in crazy work. Like Terra Magneton's surprisingly good. Like I didn't expect it, but has good special attack and whatnot. So very, very valuable. A very, very valuable mod in my opinion. And with the also, I really like. I should have mentioned this. I like the Rangers. This is probably yellow. Yellow? No, this is yellow. I guess is there? There's no brown Ranger. I mean, I guess you don't have like a Green Ranger, right? But I wonder who this one is. Yeah, let's get into our last match. Ooh. Actually, I think the thing spoiled it anyway, cause y'all saw, this is Voidmore. I want y'all to know this is Voidmore. Voidmore did lose his last week, so or this week he did lose week 3, so you saw that already. So yeah, this I'll be watching from the Snack Machine's perspective since Snack Machine did win, as I Totally spoiled for you guys, unfortunately. Yeah, and go. Sudowoodo lead. Spikes. On the Demomise. Power Whip does big damage, but Sudowoodo is fat and eats it. Eats a super effective hit. Dusknoir spin block. Will-O-Wisp to burn the attacker. And Poltergeist fails because we are a no item Dusknoir. That's really cool. Poltergeist misses into the Pimple up. Get rocks up into a Crawdon. Swords dance. Flippy out. Go into Glacier. Aqua almost kills. And Freeze Dry just kills. Good damn, good value. Good Glalie value. XP on alerting voices kills it. But I think it's a valuable trade. Mr. Mime, probably Scarf Mr. Mime. 350, 306. Yeah, Scarf Mr. Mime. Crit Shadow Balls. And the Espeon goes down. We're going to Prin Plop on the Swampert. We show we are Protect, just probably like lefty recovery, which makes sense. Then you show we're bulk up, so we're a setup. We're like a bulky setup Swampert. We show Grass Knot. It does not do a lot of damage actually, because and we just killed. We died. That's kind of crazy. I didn't watch this match. No, I didn't watch this match live. Did I? I might have. We show Crit Earthquake, just to nuke the. I can't even speak. Crit Earthquake just nukes. Right, I wasn't even the crit needed. Protect on the Magical Leaf, because so revealing the Scarf. Revealing the Scarf Lock. We go into there. We just Toxic, but the Dumbass is already burned, so what does it matter? We Dusknoir on the Prim Pup, so double switch. Miss a Will-O-Wisp, but we missed 2 attacks in this thing already, which is kind of annoying. Tyrantrum. Head Smash doesn't even kill, and we're just burning this thing. Yeah, we just burn it. Nothing else we gotta do. Be sure we're not locked. Probably a D-Dance variant. Or, yeah, probably D-Dance Life Orb. Yeah, that makes sense. Perk comes in. Earthquake. Protect. Just more burn. More burn chip. It's good. And left is recovery. Always take it. You rabbit spin the hazards away. Makes sense. Makes sense. So we should have a Rocky Helmet. Which we're seeing. So we have consistent recovery. Foul Blade does big damage. Poltergeist doesn't do anything. Wow. We basically have to sack Sudowoodo here because this Mr. Mom's kind of going crazy. You show what the Scarf Lock is. It is Psychic, so we basically just Earthquake. That is big damage, actually. That's kind of surprising. That Earthquake's a lot. We protect, so we're out of range, and Earthquake into the Tyrantrum switch in. You protect here. We show Magical Leaf instead of Psychic. We go Moongas, which is pretty free play. Ice Beam does not do a lot. Giga Drain basically just gets our chip. Toxic, the Primplop. I said Empoleon. Primplop. God, Amoonguss is so fat, I agree. Amoonguss is insane. We're basically just gonna trade Giga Drains and Ice Beams now. We Psychic. We protect. We're out of range, and we just Earthquake it. Yeah, that's game. I wonder. They said. I don't remember. I don't remember joining this match honestly. Bit curious to see where it crit. I can't spell crit. Critical hit, not that one. Oh, crit. Okay. Ooh, whoopsies. Oh no, that's just a Safari tab. I don't really care. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can. I don't think you can like complain that you brought good prep. I guess a very well played, very close game. That Mr. Mime popped. That Mr. Mom was something else. You really had if there wasn't protect on that, just like one bad read, you'd probably lost as a game. I can't lie. The for, Chronon probably could have won the game honestly if it wasn't if Mega Lily didn't just kill it there and you didn't have to you weren't forced to click Aquajet or even the Aquajet like a crit potentially. That probably was game. Actually no, with the Raichu probably not. But actually no, Raichu probably died to Aquajet. Yeah, Chronon popped. Chronon looks crazy. Wow. Suda Uda went crazy with that one spike click at the very beginning of the game, which is rapid spin away. Yeah, Amoonguss Swampert. That's a crazy dude, crazy bulk dude. And thank y'all for watching. This game was probably one of my favorites. I really wanted to use my game here, mine versus Koopa. That ended with something else. That ending was something else. Um, uh, I won. As you can see, I was undefeated this week, so I won. But I think Absol was on like 10%. My last mon was Absol and I was on 10%. And I sucker punched because he bought AV Hitmonlee. And I figured that out pretty early from like lap precise beam damage. So I figured that out pretty early. So I was like, okay, just get that Hitmonlee chipped and you probably just win because Hitmonlee doesn't have good biz def. I think by calc, sucker punch did like 40%, 35%. It was kind of insane. Yeah, that was just really close match. You got sticky webs up and everything. Like, I didn't expect to win that, honestly. Anyways, I'll see y'all for week 4. Hopefully I am better by then and my voice, I'm not this stuffy and dying while recording these. So, peace.